Hey guys, in today's episode I'm going to show you a quick and easy keto friendly and non-keto friendly recipe for trout coming up.
Just get outside and do something awesome.
So in a past fishing trip, I went out with my buddy Dank Daniel and we caught these trout here, and I went ahead and filleted them up and cleaned them up. If you're looking for how to clean those fish, I will link a video down in the description below on how to clean these fish, but I didn't want to do that on my channel. But I've got these fillets here, and let's get them started so we can cook them up. Alright, so first let's get these out. Alright, so we got the fish here, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my seasonings and everything I need to prepare these fish. And guys, if you're looking for a video on how to clean trout, especially when it comes to filleting them like I have them here, there's a lot of videos out on YouTube, so just give it a search in the old YouTube search bar when you're done watching this video. So the first seasoning that I'm going to use is just some Old Bay seasoning, and I'm just going to do a light drizzle on both sides of this trout with that Old Bay seasoning. The next seasoning that I'm going to use is just some regular old pepper. And finally, I'm just going to do some simple salt. This is pink Himalayan salt, but you can use whatever you desire, whether you want to use kosher salt. Then I'm going to flip them over and do the exact same thing. Alright, so now that I've got that done, what I'm going to do is, in order to add like a crispy outer layer to this fish, I'm going to add some flour. Now for me, I'm going to use a keto option, which is almond flour. And I have washed my hands so that I don't get the fish grease and all that crap inside of here. But I'm going to use some almond flour, but if you don't want a keto option, you could use just regular flour on this. Then I'm going to flip it over and do it back to the other side. I do like the seasoning right up next to the meat of the fish. I feel like it penetrates the meat more and gives the fish overall a better flavor. So what I'm going to use here is my cast iron skillet. What I'm going to do is go ahead and get this stovetop started. I'm going to put it about like a level 4 and get this heated up. And then I'm going to add some oil to it, and we'll get to cooking this fish. So I added a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to the pan, and let's get to putting our fish on. I'm going to spread that oil around the pan just to make sure it's evenly spread around the cast iron skillet, and let's put our fish on. So I got my fish here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start skin side down first. Oh man, blooper reel. There we go. So I'm going to start skin side down first, just because that's the side I'm going to cook it more on. I'm going to go ahead and cover it and give it a second to go ahead and cook. Alright, so I've let it cook a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over and see what it looks like. So you see, like, what that flour does, it adds that like golden crispy texture to the skin, and it's really good. So I'm going to put the cover back on this and let it cook a little bit longer. A lot of this I just use by eye, but you know, you can go back and see how long I cooked it for. These are really small trout. These are stocked trout that are stocked by the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife for people to catch and take home and cook. So they're not super big, but you can repeat this process with bigger fish. Alright, so I got my plate here. I'm going to go ahead and look at these and take a look. Alright guys, so as you can see here, like, this looks delicious. and everything looks really good. All right, so what happens here is that almond flour really adds that crispy, nice texture to the outside of this, and if you are non-keto and don't care about all that jazz, then you can just go ahead and use regular flour. But adds that nice texture to the outside, so these are ready to eat. All right, guys, so I've got my trout finished here. So if you're wondering what to eat this with, you could simply drizzle, take a lime or a lemon, cut it in half, and drizzle the juice over top of this. You could take a simple tartar sauce and eat it with that. Or like I'm going to do today is I'm going to take a mayonnaise and I'm going to mix sriracha sauce with the mayonnaise and do like a sriracha mayo homemade that I'm going to eat with this. But you know, hopefully this helps you guys out if you're looking to cook these trout and you're looking to make them at home. Now, one thing to note is that I will have to take my finger and find the backbone, and then I'm going to pull the backbone out before I eat this, and usually that brings along with it some of the backbones. This is delicious. It's these are some, you know, smaller fish, but these are really good, and I love eating stuff that I catch. It's so like rewarding to be able to bring something home, catch it, cook it, and bring it home to your family. So as always, guys, don't forget, get outside, do something awesome, take somebody with you if you get a chance, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm like really excited to eat this fish. And that's so crispy, and the skin's so good. That's delicious.